Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mixed Tag Team Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Smitty, and with me, as always, is my beautiful and lovely fiance, Amber.
Hi.
And today we're talking about Survivor Series. So the first thing I do want to bring up is the fact that there is some kind of danger, some kind of threat against the Survivor Series pay-per-view by ISIS was released by Anonymous online, and the WWE have responded. They have amped up the security for the pay-per-view, but the fact that they're getting threats over the pay-per-view from ISIS is kind of interesting to me.
It's pretty cool. Well, I mean, it's not cool, okay? But it's pretty cool that, like a WWE pay-per-view could be so big that there's like a terrorist attack or a terrorist threat on them,
I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what I thought. I wasn't gonna be the one that said but
I'll say it.
Yeah, with the fact that they are threatening, it is kind of cool and I guess underhanded promotion for the WWE. So that's really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope that nothing goes down or nothing happens, just because,
But if it did, you can see it live on the WWE Network for $9.99.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
That's so bad. But anyways, I did want to just briefly touch on that, but let's get to our predictions and what's going on at the pay-per-view. First off, I do want to bring up, I know until SmackDown or whatever, there was no news of a actual traditional Survivor Series match. Apparently, there will be a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match at the Survivor Series pay-per-view, which makes sense. But there are no contestants at all announced as of right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely weird. But then, like, you have to think about, like, because of the tournament, everybody was, like, kind of tied up. Now, it's not, I mean, so maybe that's why they didn't really release it. Or they didn't really, like, release, like, who was going to be in it because, like, everybody was tied up or has been tied up because of the tournament.
That's basically, that's probably what it is because all the storylines just stopped.
Exactly. Like, all the storylines stopped, and then they have to figure out or maneuver storylines and figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to change it so they can fill this huge void that they have, because all of the big names are gone. Not all, but a big chunk of them.
The three biggest names that have basically, I think the last four WWE champions are not at the pay-per-view. I mean, So that's crazy to think about. Yeah. The last four, unless Brock Lesnar shows up out of nowhere, which can happen.
It can happen. Yep, it can happen. Brock Lesnar. But, like, who would be in this 5-on-5? Like, I'm trying to, like, figure it out.
Cesaro, Bad News Barrett, Sheamus. Basically, everybody that's middle card will probably be in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Rusev will probably be the only one that's not in there because he's probably still on vacation.
Yeah. Well, Rusev. Who else?
Or the ones out of it?
Well, I'm just trying to, like, figure, because, like, you just named off, like, a couple of people.
Neville will probably be in it. Stardust, I wouldn't be surprised if Stardust was in it. Just think of middle card, bad guys and good guys besides the two people that I will bring up next in a match that has been, building up, and they paused it, and it's coming at the pay-per-view, which I will say in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, like, I was just thinking because, like, that's only a couple of people. We need 10 people. So I'm trying to figure out, like, who – because also you have to remember there's, like, other storylines. that are going on, and they have 3 hours to fill.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm gonna count them on my hand. Cesaro, Sheamus, Bad News Barrett,
Stardust,
Neville. That's 5. Who would?
See what I mean?
I would not be surprised if like primetime players were in it. The Dudleys. That's that'd be 9. I don't know, but those are some
what I
decent.
mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
just...
The Lucha Dragons have been pretty hot, so I wouldn't be surprised if they got thrown in that match. But the Lucha Dragons will basically take away primetime player or Dudleys. They're not going to have 3 tag teams in there.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, because it's a big old void and like everybody, and then plus like storylines that were going. And then, like it's going to be hard to fill that match. That's pretty much what I'm trying to, bring up. It's going to be hard to fill that match.
It would. But anyways, now that I kind of touched base on it, the feud between Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler will be happening for sure at the pay-per-view. That match has been announced, and I'm guessing it'll either kick off the pre-show or it will be in the middle, tucked in there, because honestly, that's the least viewed, like the match that nobody really cares about, honestly.
Why? I care. There's a group of us that care about this match.
I mean, saying it has no title implications. Every other match has title implications, or it's freaking the Brothers of Destruction. So it's the match that has the least amount of care to it. But
or maybe it's the one where they didn't, or maybe that's the one that they like didn't even name off who's going to be in the match. Maybe that one people care less about.
Well, that's true. Well, that is true. But
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
Other the matches we do know, and yeah, Tyler Breeze is going to win.
I hope not. But you know what? Of course, it'd be all over Tyler Breeze. I want to let everybody know that the other day I caught this man right here singing his theme song as he was like looking in the mirror.
I was not looking in the mirror. Okay, don't play it up.
I had to be like, really? Like, stop singing that. That's not okay. And like he was like all up in the mirror, like.
That was not okay.
He was.
That is false. You can tell she's lying because she's like super giggly right now. So
I'm not super giggly right now.
As you smile, the people that are watching.
Yeah, because I think it's funny. This like big old man in the mirror.
Okay. Yeah. She's playing it up. That did not happen, even though I did have that song stuck in my head.
How did it happen? And were you singing it?
I was humming it.
Oh no, because I heard the words, and that's how I was like, really? And then where were you?
I was in our bedroom, I believe. Actually.
Okay, and what were you doing in your bedroom when you were singing that?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
How convenient.
I was not in front of a mirror, okay? If I was, it was a coincidence.
We have a big old mirror in our bedroom.
We have like 3 mirrors in our bedroom. It's like I can't turn a corner without being in front of a mirror in our bedroom. So that does not count.
Oh, so maybe like, you're making, eye contact with the mirror along the way when you were singing that song?
I was not making eye contact in the mirror. God, you were in the room. What are you talking about?
Yes, I was. I peeked out of the bathroom and was like, what are you doing? I was getting ready or putting makeup on or something. And I was like, really? And then there you were like.
No, that's false.
Okay.
Anyways,
all right.
I do think that they will have Tyler Breeze win this because they do need to have build momentum for him. I mean, he's a new character, build momentum for him. So I would be slightly shocked if Tyler Breeze didn't win, but at the same time, Dolph Ziggler is kind of like the low-grade John Cena who I could see wanting to, give the new guy some kind of a name, but at the same time not put him over. So
yeah,
I'm going Tyler Breeze.
I don't know. I'm hoping Dolph Ziggler, but really. I don't know. I say Dolph Ziggler just because, you know, I don't know, he's the
gonna
face, I guess.
He's gonna show the young punk who's boss.
Exactly.
You know, the only thing I find really funny about this feud is that before Dolph Ziggler became a good guy, this was Dolph Ziggler's character for the most part. So that's what I find funny about that.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to touch on in this match? I hate the fact that Summer Rae's, you know, a part of this feud, but whatever.
I think Summer Rae is just a WWE ho-ho, and they just like choose to the other, honestly.
Yeah.
So, like that's what. But I do love because before he wasn't really like the very first time he was in WWE, he wasn't really like she was trying to get up in his selfie, and he was like, nope, like this is mine. And then now they're like kind of doing selfies together. I find it really cute. So I don't know, but I hope Dolph Ziggler wins.
All right. So prediction number 1 in the bank. Next, let's go tag team. Tag team championship on the line. The Usos coming back are facing the New Day.
You know what? So I really want the Usos to win because I am super sick and tired of the New Day. They're getting kind of ridiculous now. But the Usos were driving me freaking crazy before they left with the whole Uso crazy kind of crap. So then, like, I hope that they win. Like, I hope the Usos just whoop butt. But at the same time, I think that New Day is going to keep it. I don't know why. I just do. I have a feeling the New Day is going to keep it.
Honestly, this is the one that probably would shock you the most. I don't think the New Day is going to keep it. I do think the Usos will win the championships. I think the Usos are going to win, and I also think that, you know, when the rematch does happen, the New Day will win and get the championship back. But for this pay-per-view, the Usos, my prediction is they will win. That's my gut feeling.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I want them to. I hope they don't get annoying like they used to. But I hope that they win. But then I just had this really weird feeling that they won't.
Well, that's because, you know, that's what's happened so far. Like, New Day's always found a way to sneak out with the tag team championship. So that's why, like, I kind of think that New Day might win, but my gut feeling is just the Usos were hot before the pay-per-view or before they got injured, and they are, you know, they need a face to win. And clearly the Dudleys weren't that face, so I think the Usos will win and maybe have an actual interesting rivalry for New Day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Because, I mean, both of them can be entertaining tag teams, but both of them can be super annoying if they get 2 face and 2 heel. So hopefully they can balance it out, and, like, that honestly could be really good for a while.
Yeah. It might, I mean, and it's like something that could last, you know, and get it together. But I hope the Dudley boys, I don't know, I hope that they, like, go away.
I don't
go
want
back
them to go
where
away.
you came from. The Usos are back. They like I just really feel that way. And I don't know why. I mean, like, the Dudleys are amazing, don't get me wrong, but like they had their time to shine. So, I mean, now it's just like
move on.
Yeah, kind of like move on.
See,
like, I completely understand, you know.
Honestly, that was my only issue with the Dudleys coming back, is the fact that they automatically went straight for the tag team championships. And I'm like, hold up, they need to pay their dues. Just because you're a 9-time tag team champ doesn't mean you walk up in WWE and deserve a match right away. That sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I vote Usos. You say New Day. That's your prediction.
Yeah, I want Usos, but I just have like this weird feeling that New Day is gonna keep them for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think they're going to trade at some point. I think they're going to trade back and forth once or twice between the two, honestly. But that's just my opinion. Let's go Divas Championship. Paige versus Charlotte. I do want to say that I was extremely shocked that they brought up Paige's brother dying on Raw.
Charlotte's brother.
Charlotte's brother. Apologize. Charlotte's brother dying. It's WWE does do that often, so I shouldn't be as shocked. But like I just didn't think they would bring that up. But they did. Paige brought it up.
No. How did he die again?
Overdose, I believe. Overdose. But I shouldn't be as shocked because that's what WWE does. It obviously actually added something to the feud that honestly it was boring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing that actually entertained me on Raw was that.
Spiced it up a little bit because everybody was like, oh, no, she did not just say that. And it was awesome. It was like one of those like, no, she did not just say that. Oh, my God. Like, it was awesome.
Honestly, it was awesome. I'm not going to lie.
Sad. Very sad. But it spiced it up because it was kind of just going into Snoozeville, honestly. So I'm really glad that, they, I don't know, spiced it up, I guess.
I completely agree. It spiced it up. Now, to get to the match, honestly, I am still slightly confused on what's going to happen. Like, at first, I was for sure that Charlotte was going to win and that Paige was just somebody to make Charlotte look strong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really clear that the fans are not behind Charlotte whatsoever.
They were for like a minute. They were for a minute and a half. And then now they're like, no. Like, I completely what?
I was going to say, I think they can tell. It's the same thing as Roman Reigns. You're pushing somebody hard when they're not quite ready for it, or the fans don't think they're ready for it. So it's just. It just doesn't work.
Or like she hasn't like really paid her dues, like she didn't really do much to get that, or to get the Divas Championship title.
Besides, you don't have a famous daddy.
Exactly, which you don't have to do that. Like she didn't do anything. Like just because she's Ric Flair's daughter, I completely, respect Ric Flair and everything that he's done for the company, and was an amazing wrestler and everything. And she's a really good wrestler. She's an amazing wrestler. But the thing is that she was popular from the get-go, and she didn't have to earn that popularity. Everybody knew who she was, but they still know her as Ric Flair's daughter. They still don't know her as the Divas Championship or the champion. They still don't know her as, like her own self. They know her as Ric Flair's daughter. So, and I feel that until she gets out of that shadow and actually does something on her own, it's not really going to go anywhere. But I do have to bring up that I pray to God that they do not give her any more heels to wear.
Yeah, she was she did not.
Oh, man. She was like a fresh-born baby deer in those shoes. I swear. She was.
Now, my fiance's talking about on Raw when they did the contract signing. Charlotte came out in heels, and like I think I was the first one to comment, like, "Holy crap, that is just not good." She's just not walking.
Exactly. Yeah, like you can so tell that, like, hey, or like maybe they put him a little too high or something. Like I don't know. But yeah, I hope that they don't do that again because that just made her look unwomanlike, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I do think though that people were behind her for a minute, and then it started dying down when they're like, wait a minute, like the only thing that's holding you up is this big crutch, and that's that you're Ric Flair's daughter, you know? And so that's why, and I hope that Paige wins. I hope that Paige wins.
I'm kind of torn because, well, one, I do want to comment the fact that Charlotte, she's a pretty talented wrestler. She's pretty good. I do hate that they're completely using everything about her father, her finishing move, the fact that her shirts say "woo" on it, and just her, she says that now, and it's just like, come on, create an original character. Like, I understand you want to pay some sort of homage to your family, but be your own character. And she has no character besides her father, and it's annoying. Yeah. So, I do like my gut says Charlotte's going to win, but my heart says Paige should win because honestly, I'm so sick of Baby Flair.
I know, exactly, and I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty much just, and I think also the reason why people are kind of like second guessing, like, oh, like, should I really be, cheering for Charlotte? Is just because everything that Paige says, like, makes sense.
It makes complete sense.
Complete sense. So but which I'm happy because I've been saying it from the beginning. So. But
what is your prediction for this match?
I think Paige is gonna win.
Wow.
I think they're going to take it from Charlotte because I think that this maybe was like a little test run while the Bellas were out, and it's not working at all.
It's not working.
Not working at all. So I think they're going to give it to somebody that really moves the crowd and like is really, I don't know. I love Paige. I love her character, how she's so rebellious, and if you watch the WWE Network, when she was in NXT, they wanted her to be a certain way. They wanted her to act a certain way. They wanted her just a certain way. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be my own person. I want to be who I am. And who was it that was like, you know what? Just be yourself. Just be yourself and they'll love you. And it's Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes said that, and he was like, be yourself, be your own character, and that's the character that they're going to fall in love with, and that's the character that they're going to want to be behind, is somebody real. And so that's what she did, and it's worked out for her. And, like, she's just, she's the biggest rebel, but, again, like, she's her own character, so I think it works really well for her, and that's what gets the crowd going. And she tells it how it is. She's not a follower, So, it just works out for her, I guess. So I hope that I think that she's going to win just because of that. Just because of the fact that Charlotte's she's just not there yet.
She's clearly not over, so.
And they never should have gave her that title.
They shouldn't have. And that's something that we don't often agree, but that's something we completely agree with, is they shouldn't have given her the title.
Yeah, because, I understand that they're trying to move the divas in a whole different direction and blah, blah, blah. But they shouldn't have went that direction. They shouldn't have went that way.
If you think about it, for the most part, the direction was going that way for a really long time before that. Paige is a two-time champion. AJ Lee's not the prototypical diva. It was going that way. Besides, the Nikki Bella long reign. And honestly, let's be honest with each other. The only reason why she got that long of a reign is to get AJ out of the record books.
That is not true.
You said it on the podcast, so it's true, and you know it is.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to think that. She deserved that title, though. After all the work that those Bellas have put in, she deserves a title. And actually, honestly, I'm going to be honest. I hope that they give the title to Brie Bella before she leaves. Yeah. If she's leaving, because I don't know when her contract's up, but I know that she wants to leave and go off with Daniel Bryan and have some babies, but I hope that they at least give her the title once before she leaves, because she deserves it. She really does. And the Bellas have put in a lot of work into the WWE, into the company, and into their characters and stuff. And I just feel like she deserves it at least once before she retires from wrestling.
I will completely say that they deserve the title. Nikki did deserve the title, and Brie does deserve a title. I thought Brie was going to win it last year, honestly.
Really?
I thought Brie was going to win it. I mean, she wrestled, Stephanie McMahon. I mean, that's pretty big. So I thought she was going to win the championship. But I'm not saying they didn't deserve the championship at all. But I do think that the reign was definitely longer than it was supposed to be because of circumstances with AJ Lee.
Yeah, but I also think that if it didn't work out, like, I think that honestly, I think they were testing the waters when they gave it to Nikki Bella. And then I think that because people started catching on to that, into her character, into the Bellas, that's the reason why that's the reason why that she had the belt for so long. But then I also think that they didn't write it where she lost it before the 200 and something days were up, just so that they could write off AJ. So every time it's a historical moment, they won't be like with AJ Lee that's like
left the company.
Left the company, yeah, and that had, it's like the longest reigning Divas champ. Like I think that they did like try to write AJ Lee out, and now sometimes that doesn't work. But I mean, in this case, I guess it kind of did, because I
mean, they clearly did, because I mean, she literally lost the title like 2 days after breaking the record. I mean, they clearly waited as long as they could to have her have the championship and then have her drop it, which is funny to me. But anyways, we've talked about this decent amount. Let's I
want to talk about something else quick, though. That's part of the Divas.
All right, go ahead.
What do you think they're gonna do with Sasha Banks? That's been like the huge thing lately, is what they're gonna do with Sasha Banks. A couple people did comment on our Facebook saying that like they think like that Team Bad is laying her down. I completely agree.
It is. It's completely agree. I do think with Sasha Banks, it's either one or two things. If Paige wins, they're going to disband Team Bad, because they're going to have to have her fight Naomi. She's the leader. Whoever the leader is, she'll have some fillers until she faces a champion. But if Charlotte wins, I do think they're more likely to have Sasha Banks versus Charlotte sooner rather than later. Because I think that their matches were money in NXT, so I expect nothing.
Either way, they're going to pull Sasha out?
Yeah, I do think Team Bad's basically over. I mean, the teams didn't last that long anyway, so yeah.
I know. And like, I think that's one thing that I didn't like about it, is that like all of a sudden they were teams, and I completely get it. It was to consolidate all these divas coming in. It was to consolidate it. So instead of having like one against one or, whatever, because then you would have so many, one-on-one matches, and then, so I think it makes sense that they would do 3, 3, and 3. But at the same time, just
it benefited nobody but Charlotte.
Exactly. And Becky G not Becky G. Wow. Sorry.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch hasn't even isn't coming out with her as much as like she used to.
Yeah. I think the groups are done. I think that it worked for a while. I mean, obviously Team Bella right now is out because Nikki's out. So Team Bad, they're going to break up one way or another because Natasha was kind of breaking them up herself anyways with the whole I want to face the leader of Team Bad and all that crap. So,
yeah.
So yeah, it was bound to happen. So I do think that they'll either push Sasha, or they're going to wait for a while and have her do a lot of filler matches with Natasha and Naomi and until she gets her opportunity, because she will have an opportunity whether she wins or not is up to Vince McMahon apparently, but
that's like the rumor. That's the rumor, is that Vince McMahon is not liking her character right now, and so he is on the fence and doesn't know what to do with her right now. That's the rumor. So,
but it's obvious though that Triple H is completely behind her character though.
Oh yeah, well that's because she's one of Triple H's babies. Like, come on.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, Brothers of Destruction. Let's get to that. Kane and Undertaker versus two of the Wyatt family members. The two members are still not announced. I would be very shocked if Braun Strowman wasn't in there, and I would be shocked if Luke Harper wasn't it, but you never know. But what do you think about that match?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be Bray Wyatt and what's his face again? The new guy?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. I really think it's going to be them too.
That's a horrible name.
Do. Yeah, I don't like it. But I think it's honestly. Do you think it's The Undertaker's last match? That's like the big thing to me. I feel like, is this going to be his last match? Or is the rumors about John Cena taking him out true? Like, when is his last match? Because we all know it's coming.
Oh, it's in the next 6 months for sure. Mm-hmm. I do not think it's his last match. I do think it's his second to last match. I do think he'll face John Cena. And I do think that, honestly, The Undertaker will beat John Cena. That's just my personal opinion. There's no point in Undertaker losing again, and because his undefeated streak at WrestleMania is already over. So, and a loss won't hurt John Cena. So, anyways,
I know, but that's why that's the whole thing. That's like the whole thing that they were talking about, is they want to have somebody beat him so that they could like take him out.
See, I heard that. I don't think that will happen now. And if it did, it wouldn't be John Cena. John Cena's character would not like annihilate a person to where they won't walk out. So,
hey, don't underestimate John. And that rumor is that I was thinking is that when John Cena have to turn heel.
Wow, we're speculating a lot on that.
Because The Undertaker would be the face, hands down.
Yeah, but you'll need a heel in that type of match. Like there wasn't a heel in.
Oh, I guess you told me that last time.
So, if that was a time for John Cena to turn heel, it would be then. I don't see that. I don't see him turning heel, especially because he's now trying to work outside of wrestling. So him being a face is kind of needed for promotional work. And again, I don't see John Cena beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So I could see Undertaker winning and walking off because he can be like, hey, I beat the guy that won more WWE championships than anybody, and John Cena, and that was my last match, and I'm done. So, to me, that makes sense. But anyways, to get to the Wyatt family and the Brothers of Destruction, I don't think it's Undertaker's last match, but I would not be shocked if it was Kane's last match. I know he's been wanting to retire.
Really?
He's been wanting to retire for a while.
Oh yeah, he has.
So I would not be shocked if that was his last match, and I have him walk off with the guy that brought him into the business with the Undertaker. That's me saying that the Wyatt family will win, but it would be Kane taking the loss rather than the Undertaker.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with this match, honestly. I don't know, because it could go either way. It's 50 could go either way. Either, you know, there's a destruction up here and the Wyatts down here, or they're going to be looking more towards the future of the heels, and they're going to give Bray Wyatt's like the big push that they need, and then the Brother of Destruction, because they're going out anyways, they're just gonna let them go. Like, I don't know. I feel that it could go either way. I do hope if it is somebody's last match that they go out with the bang and they do it good, and that this match isn't just a dud. I hope that they do something big. They do something huge. They unmask Kane or something, you know, something. If it is Kane's last match. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I could see something like that. I want to wrap this one up pretty soon, but what is your final prediction for this? Because I already gave mine. I think that the Wyatts will win over Kane.
I don't know. It's up in the air for me because I just think that they could go either way.
It can. Like, it's the match that I am least wanting to predict because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, here's my prediction. If it is if it is Kane's last match, well, no, because I don't know if I want him to like win or lose, like what to do. I don't know. I don't really know, so I'm not gonna put an opinion on it because I don't know. It could go either way.
All right. I am ready to discuss the WWE Championship Tournament. The semifinals and the finals will be happening at the pay-per-view, so a new WWE champion will be crowned. The first match, I don't know which match is going first, but I'm going to talk about Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. I think Dean Ambrose is going to win because it's going to be Shield brothers against each other, I think, in the finals, but I would not be as shocked if Kevin Owens actually made it. Can you hear me?
I think that Dean Ambrose is going to win.
I think so too.
I think they're going to keep Kevin Owens down where they are and keep him building him up. And then I think that Dean Ambrose is going to win. I think that Dean Ambrose is going to win, and it's going to come down to Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I think they're going to keep on building Kevin Owens, which I like. What I heard, I've heard actually both ways. Are they either have big plans for Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns isn't going to be. The rumor has it is that they have big plans for Dean Ambrose and not quite Roman Reigns yet, just because people are betting on him too much. That's what I heard.
I would not be shocked by that. There's just so many things that can happen in this match. I think the one thing that I think everybody can agree with is that out of the two semifinals matches, Del Rio has no chance. he's out.
No.
Del Rio's out.
No. Yeah. They're gonna keep him. He's not just gonna come back in the company and then automatically like be given this, and then also then he would be holding two.
Yeah.
He'd be holding the two, which, you know, for the first time ever that went down in history, Seth Rollins just did that. and that would take. So I don't think that. Who's he again?
You paused for, you kind of froze up for a while. All right, I can see you now.
You kind of paused a little bit. Who is wrestling?
Jack Swagger.
Okay, yeah. I can place that whole pause and delay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I just don't think, because that feud, and they're gonna keep on building on that feud, and they're gonna keep on building on Mex Americans, which I hope they cut that crap soon. Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance.
He's the one that doesn't stand a chance now. All the Kevin Owens, Ambrose, and Reigns, I do think they're going to build towards a lot in the next few months. Kevin Owens, I think they're going to build on him as the Intercontinental champion, so I think that he's going to be out. So I do think it's Ambrose versus Reigns. Now, there's a lot of options there. They're either going to have Ambrose turn heel,
which
Reigns turn heel. They wouldn't. Yeah, which I don't think they would.
They would do one.
Reigns will turn
Wait,
heel.
What?
What?
Here's my opinion. I think that they would never turn, not never, but they wouldn't turn.
Yeah, I said they wouldn't turn Ambrose heel.
Oh, I clarify, because I would think that Roman Reigns wants it so much that they would book on that, and Dean Ambrose, because he's unpredictable and can't be controlled by anybody. He wouldn't be a reliable source, or he wouldn't be like a little reliable puppet, pretty much. He wouldn't be like that. So I think, yeah, I just wanted to clarify to be like, yeah. Go on, though, sorry.
Now, here's the two things that could happen, though. Sheamus could cash in. That'll be a shocker after the match. Or plan B happens again, where the Authority hires Brock Lesnar to be their guy.
I hope they don't.
Let's see, and that would kind of, set the arena on fire if something like that happened. Because, they want Ambrose to win. They do not want Reigns. The fans don't want the Reigns to win. So it's either got to be Ambrose or heel Reigns, which would be awesome. I think that would be best for his career right now. And then I don't think they need Brock Lesnar. Yeah, can you hear me?
You don't think what?
I don't think they need Ambrose or they don't need Brock Lesnar or Sheamus to cash in right now. I think that Reigns turning heel would be enough.
Big enough, yeah. Honestly, I think that when the Shield first split up, and when Seth Rollins first turned on them, sorry, I keep on yawning. Oh, sorry. I do think that everybody was on his side. I really do. I think everybody was behind him. He didn't need a push. He had a natural one from the fans. And then he was out. And then he was out. And then when he came back, I don't know if WWE just wanted to
push him,
leave off where he started or where he, left, but it didn't work because all this time he is out, WWE kept on going. So then when he came back, they were thinking, oh, everybody's going to go crazy over Roman Reigns and we can just, keep him in this lovely spot. But by the time he came back, it was too late and people weren't behind Roman Reigns anymore. And then they've been constantly trying to push him ever since. I mean, last year he was one of the main, he was one of the main, one of the main events for WrestleMania.
He was in the
well, he was part, but I'm saying part of the, because honestly, Seth Rollins taking, cashing in, which you said he wouldn't do it. And I was like, yeah, he might do it. And you were like, no, they would never do it. Probably the day after, probably Monday Night Raw, he'll do it. Oh, no. So I just right now. Right. Say that again.
You were right, but
oh my God. I'm so glad this is being taped.
This is being taped, and you can listen to it on iTunes over and over again. But I do think that we have to cut this podcast short because we are starting to have a little bit of technical difficulties.
Wait, before we do, I want to touch base on something.
All right.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan? Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know if we discussed this last time, but he's getting a third opinion. Long story short, WWE doctors, or the WWE, like the main doctor or medical physician, or whatever you want to call it, he doesn't think that he should be wrestling, but he's been cleared to wrestle by his doctor in Arizona, and his doctor in Arizona has a background working with NFL players. He thinks that he cleared him to wrestle. So they're giving him a third opinion. And also Vince McMahon, from what we heard, has been on the fence about Daniel Bryan coming back or not because of health reasons. So, and then also he went to India, and I don't even know what they did in India, but Seth Rollins was
the WWE network.
Seth Rollins was supposed to do that, and they sent Daniel Bryan, sorry, his real name is flipped, if anybody didn't know that. But they sent Daniel Bryan instead in his spot. But from what I heard, he did all the testing for the third doctor. From what I heard, the results are in. WWE just isn't broadcasting what they are yet. So nobody knows what's happening with Daniel Bryan. Personally, I think that if it was bad news, we would have heard about it already, because Daniel Bryan would have been like, okay, I'm never going to wrestle again, or I'm never going to be put on your roster. I'm out. And like he's going to do like what he said. So I honestly think that he might come back tonight. Not tonight, but
he'll come back relatively soon.
He'll come back relatively soon. And I really think that they would have, if it was bad news, we would have heard about it by now. Yeah. So I'm hoping that he's coming back, because
they need another big name there.
They need another big name. Now, I know that his momentum, because of his neck, he left, and everybody, really wanted him there. But then when he did come back, he, sorry, I'm being like distracted. Hi. When he did come back, like, I don't know.
He still had momentum. He still had a lot of.
But
he was still hot fire when he came back. They were honestly possibly even louder when he first came back.
Yeah, because he came back, and then when he stayed back, it died down, and then he disappeared again. So I don't know exactly where he would fit, honestly, unless if Roman Reigns did turn heel, and then they sent Daniel Bryan back. But then that would make sense, because then because then Dean Ambrose would be mad, and that would be a feud against him. So I really don't know where he would fit unless Kevin Owens. Exactly, thank you. Unless Kevin Owens. How did you know? I was thinking of that.
Because I know.
Yeah.
That would be money.
The only way that they would be able to fit him in there and like get him going to where he was is if he wrestled with Kevin Owens. So never know. I hope he's coming back soon. I have like this really weird itch that he's going to be coming back.
I completely agree with you
I'm
that
super
he probably
excited.
wrestled Kevin Owens. But to end this podcast, I do want to say that I do think that Roman Reigns will win the WWE Championship, but as a heel. That's my prediction for that set of matches.
Yeah, you never know. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. We'll really have to see. But I do hope because they are missing so many they're missing a lot of main people. I mean, and that's including Daniel Bryan too. So I'm counting Daniel Bryan that's gone, John Cena that's gone and not coming back because now he's doing a TV show on Fox. He's a host. We found out this week that that's the reason why he's taking some time off from WWE is because he's hosting a show on Fox. And it's a military show or it's a
military survival show, something like that.
Yeah. So they're missing Daniel Bryan, John Cena. I know I'm going Seth Rollins and oh no.
Did you say Randy Orton?
Randy Orton. Because they're missing those big people, they have to fill this big void with a bombshell, with something crazy. And that's one reason why I hope they don't turn Roman Reigns, because everybody kind of feels it in the air. Done.
All right. Well, thank you for watching this episode. This is our 6th episode, which is amazing. It's awesome. Thank you guys for listening to us. You can download us on iTunes, or you can download us on Podbean, mixedtagteampodcast.podbean.com. Check us out on YouTube on my Dr. Smitty channel. Make sure you keep listening to us because this podcast is straight money in the bank. Check us out. Till next time. Peace.
Bye.